Hi guys, so we know that businesses both large and small are suffering because of Brexit, because of this extra red tape now that the UK is outside the single market and the customs union. It's a third country. This is a report from Sky News about a British food chain in Belgium where they sell to expats and people who appreciate British food. They're not able to get their produce from the UK into Belgium, and now they have to resort to taking food from somewhere else. Let's see the report.
The fridges and shelves at the Stone Manor supermarket are near empty, forcing the owners to shut up shop this weekend for the first time in nearly 40 years. Problems with Brexit paperwork and customs checks have meant there hasn't been a major delivery from the UK since the end of last year.
I mean, we are dealing with 1,000 different products on each delivery, and each of these products will need a commodity code. And these all have to be checked and verified. And if one is wrong, it could jeopardise the whole consignment, which is a risk that we can't take.
But could suppliers outside the UK save this supermarket's bacon? A farm in Tipperary, Ireland, and a pallet with Stone Manor's first order for, if not British, then British-style sausages and rashers are loaded onto a lorry bound for Belgium.
So they're importing goods from Ireland and selling it off as British produce. Okay, they're not misleading the public in Belgium, but they're selling Irish goods as British-style goods. Now, I would love for Jacob Rees-Mogg to see this report. And I'd love for someone like Jacob Rees-Mogg to respond to this report and comment on it. That would be interesting to hear.
Via France. A new ferry route direct between Robespierre and Dunkirk will allow the driver to avoid the usual transit through the UK and with it the dreaded paperwork. Hours later, the delivery is a welcome sight in Brussels. Hopes for the full English are back. And it seems Stone Manor isn't the only EU customer looking to Ireland to plug the gap.
I usually do this load every week. It entails a couple of deliveries in Belgium and a couple of deliveries in Holland. Usually maybe 6 or 7 max. This week I have 14 deliveries. So it's doubled. You know, the quantity of pallets have doubled on this load alone.
It's not just smaller companies like Stone Manor which are experiencing difficulties. Marks and Spencer told us exporting goods from the UK to Europe remains overly complex, especially for fresh food products.
So if Marks and Spencer's is having problems, if Marks and Spencer say that it's overly complicated and they have the resources to hire people to have a department just dedicated to fill out this type of paperwork, how the hell are small businesses supposed to survive here? Once again, Marks and Spencer's, a huge company, is struggling to get produce out into the EU.
Whilst problems persist, the Irish supply chain is attractive for many, and ferry companies have responded.
We thought it would make more sense to be a bit more flexible and cater for demand from Dublin direct to Cherbourg. So it's the first time we've put a ferry on direct from the Irish capital to France.
New and expanded Irish Sea crossing.
And we've seen that. I think it has gone up something like 400%. The amount of ferry traffic from Ireland to France, and it has dropped about 50% between Ireland and Wales. This is detrimental to British business. This is detrimental to the export industry. And what's a bigger problem here is that if these businesses are finding new suppliers, it's very difficult to win back that business. If you have a shop, you've experienced the disaster that is Brexit, you're in Belgium, you're a supplier of British produce, you're suffering at the moment, and you find a lifeline, you're getting the produce from Ireland. It's not the same as British beef or British bacon or whatever. If you're able to get that produce from Ireland, well then you're not going to go back to the UK unless something even better arrives. Because no matter what Boris Johnson and Michael Gove do about trying to tweak the restrictions, it will never be as good as membership. So I don't see how British businesses going forward, unless they're massively subsidized, will be able to compete. Because as I've said before, businesses are willing to pay a little bit extra if they know the goods are going to arrive. It's pointless a British business saying, look, we're going to sell you our bacon or whatever at half price, but we can't promise you it will arrive, or we can't promise you it will arrive on time. No business would go with that. No business would be satisfied with that sort of offer. They would prefer to pay a little bit more, but be sure that the goods will arrive on time.
Crossings are allowing some shelves to be restocked at Stone Manor, but the owners of this very British of stores warn that if UK shipments don't become easier, the shutters could have to go down again.
And you can't replace everything with goods from Ireland or from other parts of the EU. These businesses sell a very specific product. They have a very specific client base. So they can't just replace it with Irish products or something like that. They will be able to do it in some cases, but unfortunately, I think unless this paperwork is sorted out, which doesn't look like it's going to be the case, unless Boris Johnson and Michael Gove take this seriously, which it doesn't seem to be the case either, well, then these small businesses will eventually close. Or they will be taken over and they will have to sell some other type of product. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?